stream. I think we switched restreamers and things are working relatively normally.
Okay.
So, to catch everybody up, you missed nothing. It all comes down to blue balls.
Okay, you mentioned blue balls, and I really hope that this isn't decided by blue balls. Like, that it's at least close.
I think there's a statistic. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say that you and Ari, your race, while it was an exciting race to watch, it would have been a lot more fun if you hadn't gotten 7 blue balls, and Ari only won.
Yeah, in our previous race, I got a little bit more lucky than him, and I only won by 2 seconds, and I think it was a pretty good race to watch. I believe there's a statistic that most races are within 2 blue balls of each other. Like if one runner gets 2, the other will get 4. But that's not a given, so.
All right, so Hera. You're better at Hera than me, so I'm going to let you talk about Hera, because I will just slander it profusely.
It's sort of an easy dungeon. Ooh, Ray's going for the boom dash. It's easy, but it's also one of the most punishing to mess up because of your low hearts, and everything does 1 heart of damage, and if you die, it's slow, and all that junk. But the individual rooms aren't that difficult. But when they pile it on you, it's not great. And this is a big sank heart, really. Comes into play in the split because you want to get as many runs to Aghanim as possible.
Yeah, and sometimes the boulders on Death Mountain and the dead rocks on Death Mountain are just brutal, and there's really not much you can do about those.
Yeah, even if you don't get bodied, you still lose multiple seconds. 3 to 5 to 7, 10 seconds just to things that are out of your control. Like Yoho just got whammed for hitting a switch that he couldn't prevent.
Alright, so will we see any early bomb jumps on Ray and Yoho's side?
No, definitely Yoho. I'm unsure of Ray. I think they go for it, but maybe not in races. I guess we're about to find out. I always get nervous, especially for races, even though I almost always hit it, except for that time I didn't. Yeah, Ray's going to go for it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
That's not a good thing. Not a good thing. They're going to be a bomb short now, too.
Yeah. Oh, and he's lagging like crazy.
Oh, no! The lag there. So bad.
When you enter the petting zoo and you pick up that first pot, it's actually very beneficial to kill one of the Moldorms with it because it prevents lag like that from happening. The 1 less sprite really prevents what we just saw. Let's see Willi go for the old school, easy and free bonk setup.
I never really understood the bonk setup, but I don't blame Willi for stopping to get those arrows.
I was watching the Moldorm fights. They both had pretty decent Moldorm fights. Yoho's was scary because he almost died, but he didn't. And yeah, generally arrows are pretty good to pick up. Even if they seem out of the way, they're very valuable. Because if the arrows that Willi picked up, if it prevents him from picking up a drop later, then it saves time. But you can't always predict that. And Willi's playing this last hit on Moldorm super safe, incredibly safe, but he gets it. So we're heading towards everyone's favorite boss, Aghanim, the big RNG factor of the run. Do you have any predictions on who's going to get how many blue balls?
Yoho's gonna get so many he will not be able to count because
Yoho's
that's
going to
just
get
his luck.
6.
Yeah. And I'm predicting. I always go with 3. 3 is the most common number to get. It's not. I think.
Yeah, it's the most common, and it's also kind of the most costly, which is unfortunate. If 2 were the most common, nobody would complain, because you didn't lose that much.
Alright, Doom, are we gonna get some voice acting for this text box that's coming up after we leave the Master Sword meadow?
No.
Oh, come on. You don't want to
I'm
be...
not an actor.
It's just the line is funny. Yeah, it's funny.
So I guess we didn't go over it, but this is the second round, which you said, Yoho and Ray both lost their previous matches. Yoho lost to Relkin, and Ray lost to Matt 7-8-9-8. But Willi and Tepedino both won their matches in the Eastern Palace division, so they're both 1-0. So the stakes are probably a little bit higher for the match on the right, because they can potentially go undefeated.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the NMG League is just Swiss rounds, right? And then it's just the winner of the Swiss?
Yes. This format is different than the previous ones that we did, where it's 8-person Swiss brackets, I think, if that makes sense. And it's only 3 matches, so it's not a slog to play matches for so many weeks. And I think it's a lot better this way, because we get closer matches like this. Whereas with the 16-person brackets, you would get matchups like Airy versus a high 125 runner, and it's very unlikely for Airy to lose that. But this way we get a lot closer matchups. I like it. Alright,
So,
looks like
oh, go ahead, dude.
I was just going to say nobody blew it on Tree Rupees, except for maybe Tepedino, which there in the past. A link to the past. Go ahead. Your turn.
I was going to say, Aga Tower has some really, really fun rooms in it, and then that has some rooms that are absolutely maddening. Unless
like this one coming up, the Dark Maze.
Yeah, the Dark Maze. I do like to go for the chest turn here, because you can kind of peek and see if the guard is in your way, and kind of be prepared for that, but it doesn't always work.
That's probably the most valuable chest turn in the run, to give you that information of whether the guard is stopped and he's waiting to destroy you. But even then, it's still hard to react. It looks like we got out fine. Willi will be entering shortly. The split's a little bit... It's like a mini Ganon's Tower. A lot of difficult combat rooms, but it's just less dangerous.
Also, sneaking past that guard in the other Dark Maze, when you can like walk right above him or right below him, it's so scary.
It scares me every time, and I know that it's safe. Ray actually got the key dash in the Archer key room, the not free key dash with beams, which is very nice.
Ray got the icky Oh, they both got the icky RNG.
Uh-oh. I love Zelda.
Circle of Pots. Blah. That's the room that is the most maddening for me in this tower, is Circle of Pots.
Yeah, everybody knows what to do, but then you go to do it, and it just doesn't work. Alright, we're entering the Shit Wizard. I'm going to try to count the blue balls. I expect to fail. So, I'm sure somebody will correct me when I'm wrong. Meanwhile, we get to see Tepedino's Landmo fight, maybe. It's not going well. I'm not sure if Pepidino's issues are on their end or the restreams.
I thought I saw somebody mention that they were streaming at 1080.
Yeah, probably too high of a bit rate.
Yeah, too high of a bit rate. So they're just having some restream problems.
All right, I've already missed all of the blue balls. I don't know if there's
I saw
any.
one on Ray's side.
Okay, great. Apparently it was 2 on Ray. We'll just let the chat count. There's more of them. They can each count a different racer.
Yeah, I love 4-way races because it gives you more to look at, but I hate 4-way races because it gives you more to look at.
I feel like I'm missing everything.
Yeah. Well, Ray didn't get that many. They are done with their fight.
I'm guessing it stayed at 2. So this is a reasonable PB pace for Ray. I think Yoho might have gotten 2? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I can look at the splits after and tell what they've gotten.
Except for Yoho's, because Yoho just has a timer.
Well, he has the small timer underneath.
Oh, okay.
The segment timer. He just doesn't want the split times so he doesn't shit himself.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Apparently, Ray has been on 124 pace like half a bajillion times over the last few weeks. Yeah. So,
he's an honorary 124 player.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like it was 3 blue balls for Ray. And I still missed what Yoho got. I'm assuming 3 as well, because he's not that far behind. Maybe 4. Who knows?
Yeah.
At least they were close.
Yeah, at least they were close. So, what are your thoughts on Pod Overworld?
I lose a lot of time here. It's not that hard, but it's not that easy to go fast. There's lots of nudging and height dash cancels and all that shit, and it's easy to play it safe and lose a bunch of time.
Oh, hey, look, Tepedino is back and actually in Pod, or that segment.
This seems good. Who knows what happened in between then and now? He's back, baby. Alright, this is good. Nice close race that we actually get to watch. So Pod is a little bit of a reset point too. As you become a better runner, it's less of a reset point, but it's still difficult and nerve-wracking because you can easily blow 20 seconds and or die. Willi is losing his mind on the overworld, booming everything, but he got through.
The funny thing is he had enough money if he did get hit to pay the monkey again.
I think he got the bad RNG, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. So one of the big things in Pod is the hammer jump. I still get incredibly nervous, even on a dead run, for, like, if I'm in the deep red coming out of agate, 7 blue balls, there's still a chance I can PB, but, you know, I have to actually play. I'll get to the hammer jump, and I will completely lose my mind. Does that get any better as you get better at the game?
I want to say no. Like, you get more confidence in your ability to do the trick, but you have to be dead inside to the point where you don't really care. So it's more of a desensitization than actually less fear. I get very nervous. Right, we're approaching it now. Ray makes it look free and easy. Yes. Just hit the pixel and do the sword buffers.
Yep.
I expect to see Yoho do more pause buffers. He's a little bit...
No, he's just going to hit the pixels too. So, whatever.
Easy game. All right, we get to see Tepedino does the double bomb strat. Oh, and he also picked up the mushroom. He's doing more pause buffers. I've seen Tepedino play before, but I can't remember where. And I don't think they've been playing super recently. Maybe they do more rando. But I don't think their PB's indicative of their skill. I think he just doesn't grind the game like the rest of us.
Who's the smart one?
Not me.
Oh no.
That's...
Was he too low?
I didn't catch how he
tell.
failed. I think he was too low because he got knocked downward. It was probably race nerves and the fact that he's not... Like, this could have PB'd. This is a reasonable run for Willi. He was ahead, getting to Aga. Tepe is having some issues.
I missed what happened to Tepe.
I missed precisely what happened, but it wasn't good. He had to reload the room.
Oh. Yeah, and he had to pick up all 3 hearts, too.
Yeah.
He did get sexy statue.
Oh, he might have... He probably hit the switch and got blasted by the red beetle.
Oh, that could have been it.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody will scream at me when I'm wrong. The chat's the real commentators. Alright, so we're heading to Helma. Ray's going to get there first. We're going to use the 3-year-old new spin speed method to kill him. Most likely. Makes the fight a lot easier.
It's 3
and
years
faster.
old already?
It's... at least 2.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Back in my day, we had to hold our sword out, and we still got killed. Ray had a really good fight. He missed the last hammer. Yoho's getting not the best RNG. We're getting the crab walk.
No fireballs, which is nice. Those
Yeah.
fireballs are just rude. Ooh, Tepedino's having a turtle party.
Just a little party, no big deal. Willi's not that far behind, even with the hammer jump ball. It's just like 3 rooms.
Alright, looks like Tepedino is not going for the spin speed.
The spin speed is a little scary, especially, I'm sure you can agree with this, if you're finicky on the spin speed. He did the spin speed to end? Yeah. So he just probably wasn't comfortable with hitting the mask.
I just have a problem hitting spin speed.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Yeah, and it's your fingers are in a slightly different spot than they normally are because you usually have the sword out and do the hammer hits, a couple of sword out hammer hits at first. Ooh, Willi, please be careful. Okay.
All right, that was fine. Everything's fine.
Fine. No lotteries on the Pod Overworld yet, which is good because those Ropas have been notorious during League.
Yes,
for
every
lotteries.
Every Ropa you dash through, except for one, has a chance to hit you. Although the first one is not very likely. It's very fun.
Alright, so what's the flute activation time that we're aiming for here?
On the segment timer, I think it's 1:15. Or not activation, my bad. Yeah, the activation is like 149.999 is incredible, but I don't get those. 150 is really good. 151, you probably made a small mistake. And anything above that, you've made a lot of mistakes.
Looks like they were both about 118 flute pickups on Ray and Yoho's side.
Yeah, I think I said the wrong number.
It's okay. Fox said 115 is fast, and well, that's what we want to be, is 115.
It's really
Or
fast.
we want to be fast.
I don't actually pay that much attention to the segment timer. I didn't even look at it until I was a 124 player. I just never thought to. The big cutscene gaming. So we're coming up on Thieves Town. Aside from one particular room, it's a relatively consistent split. You see players usually come close to their golds, except for when you get destroyed.
Yeah, nothing ever goes wrong in Thieves Town, right?
No, you definitely don't lose hearts as soon as you get in the dungeon, or get blasted by the hellway, or get hit by the crickets, or get bad conveyor RNG. None of that ever happens. It's just free and easy. Ooh.
Or run into the tree.
Alright, that one's not the game's fault. Right, Ray with a pretty good entry. The real mishap was just the tree touch.
Runners of this caliber are usually aiming for what, sub 3 entry?
Yeah, sub 3 is... It depends on the caliber, I guess. Sub 3 is fine. 257 is usually you didn't make any mistakes, but it was a little sloppy. You probably would expect to see sub 3 for the left players, and maybe like around 3 or 301 for the right players.
Alright, so we've got Hellway, which Ray gets bad RNG.
He hit the pixel, which I don't know if that was intentional or not. Gets through. That wasn't too bad. Took a bop. Yoho's turn. Oh, baby. That's not too bad either. Those are acceptable outcomes.
Yeah,
it kind of sucks, though.
Yeah, you can still get that pixel and think, oh, yes. And then the enemies are like, haha, no, sucker. You don't get to go fast. And these crickets, these little green blobs running around the floor, they do more damage than you think they should.
Yeah, they do 2 hearts, which is way too much, pretty substantial for this split. And sometimes they just hit you out of a dash, and you just rage. And there's, like, you can't even do anything about it, because it's too slow. It's faster to just get hit. Alright, coming up on Tepedino's Hellway.
Oof.
I expect great things.
No, not great things.
I'd like to revise my statement, please. That wasn't too bad.
We've got one more to go.
I believe in Willi. My hands are straight up in the air.
Oh, Yoho got some horrible RNG in the cells.
Almost lagless. I didn't see. I was watching the Hellway, watching the endless dash.
The horse head thingies were
they were shooting up.
All of them were right in the way, and he had beams, and he
I
tried
hate
to beam
that.
the first one, and it didn't kill it, and he ran right into it.
For that,
Beams suck.
it helps to hold the B button after you slash in that scenario, because if the beam doesn't kill it, you'll kind of shove your sword into him. But that doesn't always work either, so have fun.
Anders, do you have any trivia for us? We're in Thieves Town.
We're coming up on a totally scripted fight that nobody ever messes up. If you do the same things, the boss will do the same things every time. Literally impossible to mess up.
So hard to mess up.
I did this casually when I was a child. Right, pretty decent fights from both players. Looks like Willi caught up somewhere. I didn't pay attention because there's too many racers.
That's okay. We got cutscene gaming on the left here, so we can watch the right for a little bit now.
Yeah, Willi's only a room behind, even with the hammer jump failure.
I think Tepedino had a bit of a rougher overworld.
Yeah, some business happened.
There were some bonks and I saw him slashing
Oh,
one of the blue
so
guards. I hate that
yeah.
conveyor.
It's a common misconception that the 2 slashes keeps you safe from the red guy, but it does not. It's just a timing mechanism to get past the blue one. Looks like it looks like Ray messed up the bombable, the brewery or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, they did take a hit there.
Oh yeah, as pointed out by the chat, the dark and light world things are totally incorrect on the layout. We've switched the naming convention to different things, but it means the same thing. Anyway.
And we've already talked about the brackets.
What is your opinion of Skullwoods?
Skullwoods. Skullwoods. Again, I've said it multiple times. It is a great dungeon when things go the way you want it.
Yeah.
But when one thing goes wrong, it just cascades and goes out of control. Usually starting with Mummy Room. And then you're frazzled from that, and then the bomb jump doesn't work, and then you get to the back of Skullwoods with 3 hearts, and then Mummy Hellway goes sideways, and then you're on 1 heart going into Moth, and yeah. That's my opinion about
and then you save and continue.
And then you have to farm the mummies for magic, and then you die again. Yeah, so. No,
how many fence dashes?
Did we get 1 from Ray?
We got 1.
We got 2. We got 1 from Yoho.
Run saved. This is actually a pretty close race in between the Tower of Hera players and the Eastern players.
Yeah, both sides are very close. I'm really enjoying this race. Oh, Yoho got hit with that spear. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I haven't seen the second hit before. It must be just a slowness thing.
Sometimes I swear that top guard sees you from like before you even exit the village and is on top of you.
He's pretty spooky, especially if you dash really far left, but it should be safe. All right, coming up to the best room in the game, Mummies. Mummy room.
Okay, Yoho almost got hit by that mummy, but the statue blocked him just in time.
Ray got bullied in the secondary room, but it worked out. I think Ray will go for the EBJ, but I'm not positive. I don't expect any other ones.
I thought Yoho went for the early bomb jump here too.
Ray does it cleanly. Perfectly. Uh-oh. Yoho's just trying to prove me wrong. He does it too. I guess I'll eat my words.
Nom 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 nom.
They don't taste good.
I'm starving! Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm such a dweeb. Alright, so Tepedino's in Mummy Room. Oh, takes a hit from that mummy and another hit. This is where things start to go sideways. This is where I would pull out my boom and start flailing.
Yeah, it's really hard to prevent the bad things from happening. Like, once you get hit once, it's just... I'm still learning about this room and how to deal with it without losing my mind.
Okay, so Ray, if things go well, Ray will be fine. 3 hearts should be just fine for Moth, unless... Oh, beautiful.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if they'd gotten the double poke. Yoho's is going much worse.
Yes. Oh no!
It's fine. I had my eyes closed. I didn't see it.
I hope that wasn't commentator curse.
No, it was some other factor. It's not that costly of a death if he can get back there and finish. It doesn't look like that's what's going to happen. Pretty unfortunate. The moth gave him terrible RNG. I'm not sure if he got the double poke, but I also don't think if it mattered. Looks like we're lamping the torches.
Yeah, and then the mummies didn't drop any magic.
Yeah. It's a
Which
very,
is a real kick in the teeth.
very good and fun game. I'm not sure which of the runners are watching the restream. I know I've seen Tepedino speak in here, but I'm not sure of anybody else. So I don't know if Ray knows whether he's ahead or not, and like this run can still PB, so it's not whether he wants to play it safe or just try to have zoomies. Yoho has a pretty good fight on the second attempt.
And this race is not over. I don't want to commentator curse anybody.
I do.
But lots of things can go wrong. Oh, see?
This is such as that.
I shouldn't have said anything. We really don't want to get hit here, and then we take the Moblin Spear to the face, you know.
Yeah, so for Ice Palace, conserving the beams is really good. It's really fast. And trying to recover your beams is a crapshoot. You have some opportunities, but you can lose multiple seconds by not getting them back, and even more by trying to farm the heart.
Isn't there like a saying? Oh, see, I always pick up that bush and then carry it to the thingy, but you try to gain a heart and you lose 2 more or something like that.
Yeah,
that's the way the run goes.
It's very common in Gauntlet in GT. If you stop for a heart, you're gonna get shot. But yeah, you mentioned taking the heart bush with you. That's actually faster. It's not much slower than grabbing the normal rock that everybody uses. For some reason, when you jump off the cliff, you have regular movement speed while you hold the bush, and that's good.
Zora's Domain is another screen that you think you're doing it great, and then you watch somebody else do it, and you realize that you're losing time like everywhere.
You're losing 2 to 3 seconds. It's really fun.
For reasons that you can't really tell. It's just dash lines. Just dash lines.
Yeah. So Willi's made up even more time. He's within a second of Tepedino. Oh wait. No, my streams are off sync. Anyway, it's within 10 seconds, which is still really good.
Yeah, I think they both had a moth fight. Like, moth
yeah,
fight.
I saw Willi had no fire rod. He had no magic, and he was just waiting for Moth to get off the spikes.
Which is, oh, and then he gets the lottery.
Yeah,
that sucks.
very, very fun.
Yeah, that Ropa is the reason I do Louis Dash. It may be a little bit slower, but it is a whole lot safer.
Yeah, the lottery dash is kind of a scam, but we're too stubborn and stupid to change.
Alright, so we're coming up on some really technical rooms here in Ice Palace on Ray's side. Well, technical to do fast. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they're... Oh no, Ray! Ray actually got the bomb drop from the red jelly, and I don't know what he would have done otherwise. Do you have to mirror there?
I would.
You don't have the cane.
You don't have the cane, yeah. You have no way to hit that switch.
My heart dropped. Now we're getting both of the bombs. Incredible.
Which is smart.
Yeah. If you're already slow, just take the loss and try to recover.
Yeah. Like, don't lose more time by running out of bombs on the bomb jump.
Yeah.
Oof. Clutch last minute. sword buffers to get to that pixel. Alright, well, Willi farmed hearts and managed to get back up to beams.
Yeah, there's no way he'll lose them again in the dungeon. Literally impossible. Ooh, Ray's going for the spin setup. Sort of got it. Didn't lose much. Like, that's a fine outcome. But it's scary. Tepedino getting the... I don't know if that's the first arrow drop or the wraparound, but he's loaded with arrows. Which comes into play in the late game.
Looks like everybody's doing pretty good on arrows. I mean, Yoho has 15. Willi has 14. Even Ray's pretty good with 12.
Yeah, the minimum you can have here is 5. After you do pod, if you leave a 0, you pick up the arrows and thieves down. And that kind of stinks. Ray having a nice cold stare fight, but a miserable menu. Tried to go too fast. And he's proclaiming that this IP sucks shit in the chat, which is great. Love to hear it. Love the confidence.
I love how positive all the runners are about their runs.
Oh, they're also happy.
Doomed to positivity.
So yeah, Tepedino and Willi are both doing their bomb jumps. Willi had a nice one. Tepedino's off?
Yeah, Willi really caught up some time here, unless I am...
I didn't see what happened.
I think.
I'm a bad commentator. Anyway, Yoho is coming up to Cold Stare. I'm sure this will go fine. Probably the most practiced boss fight.
It's so easy to break this fight, though. Like, for this fight to break. You think you have it dialed in, and then you just lose it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where as your movement progresses, you start doing things differently, almost subconsciously. And then something that used to work is just totally broken, and you have to sit there in the practice hack for 3 hours and fix it. It's very fun. Never happened to me.
Oh, goody, we get to talk about shopping now. And we get to debate which is the proper shopping split.
I have no preference. So, I won't go into detail about the shopping because most people know, but it looks like Yoho and Ray are doing the same one, so there won't be any divergence. I'm unsure of what Willi and Tepedino do.
I like the ether in Swamp. Just because I like having beams in Mire too. But I can see why people like to do ether in Mire with the hook speed and all that.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, so the downside of ether or swamp shopping is that you have to do another spin speed, which stinks. If you don't do the spin speed, then the one leaving the smiths is the final one of the run.
That bomber really was going after Ray. Like, I'm surprised he didn't get hit. They were delicious snickerdoodles, by the way. I've eaten like a dozen of them in the last 2 days. No shame. All right, Willi, where are we going? Looks like Tepedino is doing ether before Swamp. And looks like we're getting shopping for everybody in Swamp.
Fantastic. There's still a chance that the Eastern Palace runners can also collect Ice Rod here. It's not super great, and it's pretty unlikely, but it can be done. And you'll have to forgive me. For some reason, Tepedino's stream on my end is 10 seconds ahead of everyone else's. So all of my commentary is wrong, but it's fine. Oh, I fixed it. I refreshed. Pog. Right, so we're going through Swamp Palace. It's kind of a
Boring.
yeah.
Horrible.
Everything you do is so minuscule because you're walking through the shallow water and you're swimming, and everything is just slow. Even when you're fast, you're just slow. But I've come to get more of an appreciation for it as I've gotten better. But it's just slow.
Swamp used to be, before I started speedrunning, Swamp was one of my favorite dungeons. I don't know why, but I loved Swamp. Since speedrunning has become part of my vocabulary and my life, I hate Swamp. Everything wants to touch you in Swamp. And yeah, it's slow.
Yeah, it's one of those splits where every time nothing hurts a lot, and every time you get hit, you just shrug your shoulders and say whatever because you couldn't have helped it. And you often get nickel and dimed, and it's just the frustration palace.
Yeah, plus there's swimming. Swimming sucks.
Yeah, the few times we swim in this game are all terrible. And I wish we could bypass them all.
Well, you could bypass the one after desert going to Hera. It's just you're going to sacrifice some time.
I'm not sure how much that saves. I thought somebody said 6 seconds, but I don't know. Because it's a pretty big detour to go the whole way to the fake flipper spot. Another scam strat.
So at least on my end, Tepedino and Willi are neck and neck again.
Yeah, I fixed it on my end, and they've been very close the whole time. It's a good race. I expect it to be close the whole way.
And really, Yoho isn't that far behind, considering they had that death in Skull Woods.
It's still
Just a couple of screens. I mean, they're
well,
slow screens.
a
but
couple of
yeah.
screens in the other direction.
Yeah.
It's roughly a minute, so it's not insurmountable. Things can happen. It would have to be big things, but yeah, the opportunity exists to catch up. Willi and Tepedino both having sticky switches. For some reason, some of the objects and people are sticky in this game, and you try to walk close to them and you just get stuck. It's fun.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot with crystal switches, especially
Yes.
the one in GT.
Oh yeah.
With the spikes just before the fire snake room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the priest, obviously. The priest is sticky.
I think Tepedino actually got stuck on the priest leaving Sank. I took a screenshot. Right, so Ray is approaching Argus. There's a quick kill to go for here, which we will definitely see an attempt at. If he's successful, you won't see the swirl spin cycle happen. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think he hooked one of the wrong puffs on accident. It didn't look intentional. It looked like the hook shot just grabbed a thing he wasn't aiming for.
Willi's getting beat up a little bit in here.
He likes it. It's fine. He's smiling the whole time.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone smile in Swamp Palace.
It's Brown Palace.
Alright, this is the last bit of swimming. Yeah, last bit of swimming. We're done with swimming now, thank goodness. At least on the Tower of Hera side.
Yoho having a good zero cycle. It was kind of close. It was just the pattern he got was a little weird. Uh-oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
It was only a 1 blue ball, Argus.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
fine.
At least he didn't 3-cycle the second phase. It's pretty costly.
So Mire has quickly become one of my favorite dungeons, and one of my most consistent dungeons.
Yeah, that's
until
definitely
you
a
showed
thing.
me everything I was doing wrong with Viddy, but we won't talk about that.
It's probably the most consistent dungeon. Maybe arguable with Thieves Town if you're not collecting any items here. And on the right side, we're getting double Argus fights. 1 0 cycle. Uh-oh. No 0 cycles. Tepe went for the Vast Strat and missed the item dash. Incredible. Willi's not opting to do the Fire Rod, which is smart. Tepe also not opting to, and menuing an extra time for fun.
I wonder if they were thinking about it and then just like they were already on the mirror and said, whatever.
Maybe. Apparently I'm ahead of the restream, so I'm just going to refresh and hopefully that helps. I'm spoiling. So Willi's actually in the lead in the Eastern Palace bracket race.
The Swamp Palace cutscene is just the worst.
Yeah,
even if it wasn't the longest, I think
it's like
it'd still be the worst.
You're mashing through it and you're like, is it almost done? And you look at your timer and you're still 25 seconds behind your split time and you're tired and
you're just like, stop, please.
Yeah, when are we allowing turbo? Yoho had a bit of a Mire 2 conundrum.
Yeah, missed a couple of sprites there, I guess. Meanwhile, Ray apparently had a decent torch time. At least they were pogging over it.
Yeah, I think it's a segment timer time. I don't know if that's good. I don't look at that one.
If anybody tosses the bird, they're disqualified. I'm sorry, I don't run this tournament at all, or this league, but no. If you toss the bird, you're disqualified. Sorry.
I do it in random.
Tepedino! You heard me! Stop it!
I think there's too much delay to hear that.
Bad Dino. So yeah, not much to talk about. We all know Spooky's coming up. It's just a matter on if we get it set up properly.
Yeah, I don't expect any issues. We don't need to talk about it too much. It's not new anymore. I think it was discovered in 2018, so nobody cares. Except Ray's trying to do it with the bow. That does not work. No, it's just a little miss menu. Got an extra up press.
Ray having spoilers in chat again. Looks like this was a really good mire for him.
Maybe he's bluffing. Oh, he just fired early.
It's magic, Scoople. Magic.
Can I explain how Spooky works in an overly detailed and pointless way? I could. Only if you gift 5 gift subs to ZSR.
I didn't see. Did Ray get a 0 cycle?
It was a 0 cycle, but he missed the first arrow on the big eye, and it cost him a little bit of time, like half a second. And I think that's what he was complaining about. Yoho's turn. Free and easy fight.
Oh yeah, free and easy.
I still clinch when I go into this fight.
Dino used the hook shot.
Oh no.
On the pot in Spike Room.
It's fine, whatever you're comfortable with, but I don't think it's actually faster. It's arguably more difficult.
Oh, Vortex has a point.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what I said.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. Ray lifting a rock just to assert his dominance. Luckily, he had the extra bomb.
Yeah.
That he picked up an ice ballast.
Losing that 50-50 with the rock over yonder. Wait, looking for a bomb is another real feels bad moment.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not fun. Alright, heading into Turtle Rock. Doing the most annoying overworld. Uh-oh. I wasn't looking, but I see what happened.
Yeah, Dino lost Spooky somehow.
I missed what happened. Clearly they had it correct because they did the first one. Willi's having a rave, a blunt B rave. I don't like it.
One of his favorite emotes. Oh no! Oh,
I thought he was also
lightning again. Oh,
I thought so too. I was, I almost exploded. Not in the good way.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah, there's actually been some talk in the Discord, the Link to the Past Discord, about Spooky and the different methods, because the walking strat seems to have the most inconsistency. Totally
Speedrunner
calculated.
Sounds. Okay, so Ray took what, 2 Dead Rock hits?
I didn't see
Dead
it.
Rock and a cabbage. Ugh.
I was clenching so hard I couldn't see.
Yoho went for Waffle House and got the RNG that blocked it.
Yeah. Waffle House, I think it's worth taking a peek at the RNG before you immediately bail, but most of the time it doesn't work. It's just very common to be blocked.
It just seems like a scam. Just another scam.
But it's so fast. The one time it works, it's so fast.
If it was fast one time, it's gotta be fast all the time, right?
Of course. I like what Yoho did. He actually went back for the hook speed. You often see runners miss that, and they're just like, I'll just walk. But getting the hook speed's very fast, even if you have to retry. Alright, Ray's coming up on the chain chomps. Another fantastic room.
Chomps totally belong in this game. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's very fun and innovative. One of the rooms that I will agree that is sometimes it's just out of your control. Even trying to go slow, it's just you just get destroyed.
Oh, I think going slow is even worse.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah,
you try to go slow to compensate, and it's just you can't. You just have to do the strat and hope it works. Ray had decent RNG. I was a little spooked, but it went totally fine. And now they're just looking for some kind of drop, ideally the fairy.
Yeah, hopefully the fairy and the magic both drop in their way. I think they'll be okay magic-wise if it doesn't.
Yeah, this is fine, but you want it to be more fine. Yoho went for the fast roller room strat, and it was decent, but not super amazing. Alright, Yoho's turn on chomps. No fairy drop, no problem. Free and easy room.
Nicely done.
It looked like he missed a Y press. I don't know. Maybe he was just slow. He stood still for an extended period of time.
See, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
That's why
You see
Not a
these
good
things.
player.
Maybe he was just standing still. I don't know. Any god pokies?
Not on Ray's side.
Fun fact: I got god pokies
Oh,
today
he got-
in my run.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah,
missed
and
that.
it was a 12-minute Turtle Rock.
Oh no.
Don't worry about it.
Good news is Ray got the 8-bomb drop.
Yes. Totally annoying and obnoxious. Uh-oh. I guess this is fine.
Alright, looks like Yoho did not get the fairy in Pokies 1, so we're looking for it in Pokies 2.
Yes, any drop would be fine, but the health and the beams are faster and safer. And this is a good RNG to get the drops on because it's already slow. You can't beat the roller in the next room. Probably didn't need the magic. This is not the best. Yeah.
Willie was going for that magic drop that he just got, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm almost full, I don't need it.
I didn't fully see what happened to Willie. He had a slow chomps, but it was fine.
The pattern wasn't great, so he went up above him and laid the block down, and then the second beam that hits the switch on the right got eaten by a chomp.
Oh.
So.
Pepidino's turn for the free and easy chain chomp room.
Nice chomps from all 4 of them. That's
Just
great.
do that every time.
Exactly.
Alright, Ray's doing Trinex. We'll see if he opts to do the double poke strat, which he does. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Luck? I'm laughing with him.
I don't know if I'd be laughing. Honestly.
Yo has a successful laser skip.
Okay, it looks like Ray is laughing too.
Uh-oh. Pepidino gets all his drops in the Pokies one, so he's should be good.
Tepidino's lava is very pink on my screen.
It's gravy.
It's Pepto-Bismol.
That's a better thing, yeah. It would have been worthwhile for Willie to grab those arrows, because he had to wait on the roller anyway. But that's just a small thing. It looks like he's...
Yoho got-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Yoho got the good positioning for the double spin on Trinex on this second phase.
Yeah. I was going to point out that Willie's made some kind of arrow routing mistake in between somewhere in this dungeon. He probably picked up the arrows in TR, which he didn't need, but I guess they're for safety. Alright, Ray's the first one going towards GT. I expect a gold GT.
Sub 7, baby.
Yeah, sub 6. I wasn't getting sub 7s until I had like a 123. I mean, I'd get them sometimes, but it was just luck. It's a very, very difficult and technical split, but it's also the most fun in the game.
Little clinched on Willie's side. He was Oko from those lasers. This is fine. We're fine.
He's fine. Uh-oh.
This is... Okay, we're fine. He's got plenty of hearts. This is fine. Okay, so Ray does not get Torch Key. That's important.
Here, we get to see Willie's Trinex fight. Hopefully it's the best one we see so far. I think he did opt to pick up the safety heart, so he doesn't get plowed. Alright, this should be fine.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Interrupting cow.
I was watching Tepedino's fight. He had a very nice one. Nothing went wrong.
Oh, good.
No, well, so far.
So far.
Trinex is very low, and like you alluded to before, I hate this.
It's so scary to go for that last
that
hit.
That was fine. Yeah, I hate it. I often offset too far to the left and don't get the double spin.
Ray's is just over here pooping bombs, trying to get rid of as many as he can.
Blasting bombs.
Is Willi our only emulator runner today? Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, Tepedino's on console. I think Ray's on the Super NT. Willi's on SNES 9X. And I'm not sure what Yoho's on. He has console and he has Super NT. And he said about switching, but I can't tell.
Well, his second stream title of the night last night said that he had completely switched everything up. So your guess is as good as mine on that one.
I thought I saw a screen tear before, but I wasn't sure, so that's probably what happened. Nice mic arrows from Yoho. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I guess that was fine.
It seems like mic arrows has become a lot more popular in the last couple of months. And I don't know if it's just I'm paying more attention or if it's actually become more popular.
They're the most valuable arrows you can get, except for like getting the 10 drop for free, but it's probably the most difficult to do the strat correctly. And there's like slow and fast strats, but they're very good arrows. People just want the time save. Alright, Ray's entering the gauntlet. Yoho's not that far behind. I think he's made up time in most of the splits, but it's still a moderate deficit.
Oh, he's an up slasher in G2.
Good strat. Hard game. Uh-oh. Alright,
why did these guys
that was
like
fine.
to run around?
It's the room is just... It's the room that's the problem, not the enemies. Oh, this one too. Oh good, everything is going wrong.
That is why I use Fire Rod on that guy, not
Oh
arrows.
my god,
Oh,
he only has 2 hearts. This is the disaster that I was foreshadowing.
My heart.
He should be fine from here, but he's awfully squirrely with his movements. Very frightening.
Just
Spin! Oh, it's just a... So he should be fine from here. I don't know if he will elect to get any hearts. Seems like no. Getting the Wizrobe hearts don't cost much time, so maybe he'll get some drops there. Easy game.
Free heart. Okay, so Yoho's gauntlet looked pretty good. Definitely better on heart situation here. Really nice Lammo 2 fight.
Yeah, he saved more time through the gauntlet and Lammo 2. Is he gonna hover to save the run? Probably not worth it. I'm not sure if Yoho would watch the restream or not. I would say probably. Or have it up in the background or something.
I have to step away for just one moment. I'll be right back.
Oh no, I'm by myself. Alright, I don't think Ray hovers. He may not want to in this race scenario. Panic. No, we're going super safe. Which is reasonable.
Okay. See, I'm back.
Where did you go? We all missed you.
I had to squirt the cat who was climbing on the window screen.
I'm related to the race. My grandmother used to put foil on things that she didn't want the cat on because the cat wouldn't touch it.
I've actually taken one screen out of the window to prevent that, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I have to put it back in when it gets hot outside.
Yoho hovered to save the run. He didn't save the run, which I think is reasonable.
Oh.
He's pretty good at it. I think he just loved
He's going
it.
for it again.
He got primed this time before he hit the edge. Oh,
No.
He tensed up. I could feel his arm tensing. Alright, I'm not sure if that was a 3 cycle or a 4 cycle from Ray, but it wasn't the sub 7 that I predicted. I kind of missed the gauntlets of the Eastern Palace players. But Tepedino's entering Lamo 2, my favorite fight. Oh, nice.
And Willi just went through some of the most satisfying rooms in the game.
Yeah, this
with
gets talked
the-
about a lot, but the casual players never think to use the cane as a weapon.
Mm-mm.
And it's pretty good in those rooms. Alright, Ray's entering Ganon. He's on Oko, so this is kind of a big deal. Normally a player of these calibers would be fine, but shit happens. Ooh. Yoho's just blasting balls on Aga. Spin to win, baby. Alright, I think that was a 3 cycle.
Oof. Okay.
Alright, there's not much risk of death left for Ray, but he can... Well, we know what can happen. I won't say it. Oh, I think that's 0 warps for Ray. Oh no, the pressure. Oh, this is a hard one. I hate this one. Oh
no!
I was practicing that specifically today. And Yoho takes the lead. My bricks have been shit.
That's not what we wanted to see.
No, that's not good. That's entirely my fault. Ray's getting blocked by the Popo. I think we're in panic mode. Yeah, I take the blame for that. Alright, Willi's on Aga 2. We're spinning to win. Tepedino just killed Molarum 2. It was a pretty reasonable fight. But I'm focused on the Ganons.
Yoho got a couple of warps there, I think. Okay,
Ooh,
we got
that
Torch
was
Glitch.
it was pretty late. I was frightened. So this should be spin to win triples.
Oh, Tepedino got that weird thing where you hit Aga into the railing and then he doesn't throw his energy ball.
Yeah, that's
It's happened to him 3 times now.
incredible.
Oh, that's so infuriating.
Alright, Yoho finishes Ganon. It's gonna be a 155 split. Didn't salvage the 126. You hate to see it, but it looks like he's going to win. Unless...
I mean, he does still have a bridge. Okay, we got it.
Oh, he
We
did
got
salvage the... You got the 126, 59.999 repeating.
That's all that matters.
Easy, Yoho. 127 in race time, but we'll go by the splits. Unfortunate for Ray. That's the most difficult bottom Ganon RNG to get the torch glitch on. GG's to Ray for finishing. Tepedino getting the face down, ass up Ganon. Willi's going directly into the triples. I didn't see the warps.
It's been great races across the board today. Some unfortunate things happened in the Tower of Hera division, but that's racing.
The way she goes. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't race it, so...
Exactly.
It's your own fault for participating. Yeah, Ray finishes with a time of 127.39 in second place overall. I saw Tepedino didn't get the 1-in-1, but it also looks like he's getting a lot of warps.
I hate it when people dash.
Yeah.
But it just my nerves, my mom nerves just cannot handle it.
You're gonna fall. Willi finishes with a time of 128.26 in third place and winning his side of the bracket. Not the entire bracket, but the race. We'll just let Tepe finish up real quick. Alright, maybe not that quick.
It's pretty close, right?
I think. I lost count.
I get to this phase and I just spin until he blows up.
Alright, he finishes him off. Looks like it'll be a 129.23 or something.
Yeah, GG's to all of our runners today. It looks like we have Ray and Yoho in chat with us, though.
Hello.
Hello.
I just want to point out, I just want to say, my splits say 126.59.9.
I pointed that out. Don't worry.
It's very important to me.
But
This race time GG latency has got to be fixed.
Okay, yeah. So clearly the elephant in the room is the Ganon fall that Ray had. I don't know if Yoho was watching, but Ray was in the chat.
I saw that suddenly Ray was behind me, and I was like, "Oh, I thought he died," but I don't know what happened.
Was it 0 warps? I think it was.
Yeah, I was going all in. I hoped for a gold.
Yeah, that's what I said. Rape. That was partially my fault. My bad. That's the hardest bottom RNG to get. He got the far left to far right and missed the torch glitch, and then slid off. It was great. Yeah. Any thoughts? Yoho had the disaster on Moth, and he lost roughly a minute. He clawed back a little bit of time through the Dark World.
Hey, but I gave it all back on Moldorm too. So
yeah, that was amazing. I'm proud of you for attempting that. Yoho failed to hover twice.
I think it was an okay GT too. So I was just being dumb.
Yeah, so Suishi goes.
I actually thought both of your GTs were pretty good.
No, my GT was garbage. I lost
okay. Well, see,
25 seconds.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. See, that's why you were a better runner than me.
But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on the race you had before we switch over to? It looks like we have. Are they even in here? I can't tell.
My menus suck. I was on a really good pace in Myra. Then I had a miss menu. And arrow too early. Was plus 0.5 to gold. So that would have been a gold.
It's unfortunate.
I don't know. I hated everything about that run.
Yeah, we had some connection issues with the restreamer for basically through Desert Palace, and all of that's just gone out of my memory. I forget what happened in the early game, but it was close. Like everything was pretty similar. You had a 1-heart Moldorm fight, and I was shitting myself. I don't remember what led up. All right, looks like we're doing.
But I got frame rolled, and then it was like, oh great.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Looks like we're joined by Tepe and Willi. GG's.
GG's. Yeah.
Hope and enjoy that crap show. Oh my god.
Not really, man, but yeah, it's okay.
Talk about Lamela's 1-heart, 1-arrow fight. It was
holy
great.
shit.
I know my connection with Chappie but I came out of Lamo with 1 heart and 1 arrow. And
Yeah,
and the rest of my light world was me racketing my brain, thinking, okay, where can I find arrows? Where can I?
Yeah, we only got to see snapshots of the Lamo fight, but I did see it was frightening.
I'm so glad. I'm really sorry about that. Sometimes my OBS acts up.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. How do you feel about your run, Willie? I called you Willie the whole time. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, that's my name. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the light world was not good for me. The desert palace was a mess. I don't like that. And yeah, the dark world was a mess too. Was really every split things happened. I don't know. Hammer Yam failed. Then yeah, I think Thieves Town was okay. Then Morphula happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was frightening.
Watch what happened.
Yeah, then one of Witty's eye hit me, and I was shitting myself, man. I had so scared. Yeah, and then T-Rock, I don't know, man. This was not a nice run, but yeah, we finished. So okay, we take it.
Yeah, it was a little hard to keep track of everything with the 4-way race. There's always stuff to look at, and I missed a lot of things, unfortunately. But overall, it was a pretty good race on both sides.
At some point, I was so tilted, and not tilted because the race was weird. It's just that things happen. That I forgot to go grab the Cold Stare crystal.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I open menu, I switch to mirror, I hit the last time, and I'm like, yeah, I finally got it because I've been having trouble with Cold Stare, and I'm like, all right, walk. It actually bounces once. It was like, oh yeah, I have to grab that,
right? Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. It was. I don't know. My Aga2 decided to not shoot at me.
Okay.
At all. Like I had three canceled shots in a row.
Yeah.
And guess what? The last time I hit it, it was a single hit. It wasn't a double. It was a single. Other than that, I really liked my Ganon Tower, at least up to Agatude. Yeah, I really liked it. I was really happy with it. Yeah, it was fun. I think I'm gonna admit that this is my first time, I think, in restream for NMG. So I believe I was quite nervous.
Yeah, I tried to.
It is nothing like Rando when on stream.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like you've done a lot of runs recently, and your PB is relatively old. And I knew you did Rando, so I don't know how much you've been playing this category.
I joined the tournament because I did a Eurus run, and I was like, yeah, let's submit it.
Well, that's fine. It gets people to play.
It makes me play more, so yeah. It was fun. I am glad I joined.
Yeah, of course. The purpose is to have fun. We just look at the leaderboards if we want to see who's the best, but we get to see good races and all that fun stuff.
Good point.
or bad races, right? Who doesn't want to see a double Motula shit show, right?
Of course.
Jeez.
I was just happy the races were close. It was a fun stream to watch and to commentate on.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm fourth place at a race time, and I'm not bummed at all. Yeah, I need to get going. I really appreciate the restream and everything. It was a pleasure, and GG's Willie and Yoho.
Yeah, GG's too, man. Thank you. Yeah,
you were amazing.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks for the comms and the restream. I'm sure that you guys did great. I even put it on my stream that you're doing great, and I didn't hear a word. So.
Yeah, GG's too, and thank you for everything. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. Any last words? Anything from Ray or any other people? Twin? Anybody except me?
Only
Shout outs to Brazil. Brazilian community is here. Sorry, I had to. Bye.
That's okay.
only thanks for risking. Was
Only
fun.
thanks.
I actually listened to it.
Yeah, it
was
seemed
cool.
like you were listening. I guess that's everything?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Thank you.
That sound like my cue then? I think that's my cue then.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you to all the people running today. You guys did a great job. It was a great race to watch. Thank you to everyone who came out to watch. Sorry about the little technical difficulties at the beginning there. But we did get them straight now in the end. That's the important part. Thank you to Twin and to Doom for doing the calming and talking and flapping the gums for us so that we can have something to listen to while we're watching everyone race. Let's see. Looking at the schedule, we have a Z2R Max Rando Tournament Swiss Round 3. Elendar versus Tiverius at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, which is about 3 hours and 20 minutes from now. And then I have another one of these, ALttP NMG League Season 3 Eastern Palace Division Round 2. Quinn Chasers versus Kaysden an hour after that, so 9 o'clock p.m. or 9:01. I'm not going to ask why all the ones because I'm seeing that a lot on here for you guys, but sure. So again, though, thank you everyone coming out. That's what we got on Skype tonight. And so if you want to come back for more, there you go. I'm going to send you all over to Kayla B, who is doing some NMG derusting. So I'm going to send you guys over to that. And everyone have a good night.